Hi, Shane Serson. I'm back for another snare drum video to show you a drum, a very unique drum that I got at the NAMM show a few years ago. Working for the Vader booth, always kitty corner from us or something is a booth by Jinbao. Jinbao's a company in China that makes drum stuff for a lot of people and whatnot. And I was intrigued by this drum. First off, the graphics caught my attention, but really what I was the most intrigued by is the top half of this drum, or the top part of the shell, is built like a high tension marching snare, where it's got aluminum cast or metal cast there, top 2 inches with another die cast tube on top of that. The bottom half of the drum is pretty normal. It came with wire snares on it. It's got a Remo Ambassador snare head on the bottom. And right now it still has the stock head that came on it, which is a Jinbao, made by Remo. It's just got the Jinbao logo. It actually does say made in the USA on the Remo head. So it's a maple shell. I don't know the exact specs on it, and actually it's quite difficult to find out a lot of information because of the language barriers and stuff like that. But I believe it's maple. It's like a free-floating type shell. There's nothing drilled into the shell except an air vent at one point, and the throw-off is actually attached to the shell. Other than that, nothing is attached to the shell. The lugs go between each die-cast tube into the set thing, very much like a marching snare. So I was intrigued by this, and of course I got a great deal on it. The skull factor and stuff was pretty cool. What I did find about this drum, and I've only experimented with what it came with head-wise. What I did find about it was that I felt like it had a very limited tuning range. It actually, probably because of the design, it didn't have a low tuning that really worked for me. Now, I probably could have changed the head and done some stuff with it and make it work, but I found that it has a better crack and a high-end type sound for me. And so the snare adjustment is very, very basic. It just goes off to the side and throws off. The adjustment for the tension is on the other side. It is also attached to the shell. So it's not completely free-floating because both of those are attached. That's the only attachment to the shell. So again, it's been sitting on the shelf for quite a while. I'm going to play it again. It's a bright room, hard floors, brick fireplace over there, hard ceilings, very little in terms of anything to absorb the sound. So it's probably going to be a little bit bright, but here is a little sample of it as is, no muffling of any kind. Shot. Okay, cross stick. So it's very bright, very biting, very, very cutting sound. Again, I'm going to take this Vader Buzzkill. This is the Buzzkill Heavy. I'm going to push it on there. I need to clean the Buzzkill. It's getting a little dusty. But so you can see it drops the pitch a little bit, dries the drum up quite a bit. Those are all rim shots. Shots again. I'll play in the middle without a rim shot. Rim shot. Back of the stick. Tips. This is the 8D Jazz Stick by Vader. Again, Remo head without the snares on. Take the muffling off, very timbale-ish. So again, I was quite impressed by the design of the drum. I do like the sound of it. Again, mess with the heads a little bit, I could probably get it to sound nice and fat, but it just seems to have a really bright cutting sound no matter what I do. So I feel like it's best for like a heavy rock type situation. So again, Jinbao, I don't know the name of it, any kind of thing like that. It just says Jinbao drumset percussion made in China. Actually, if I can actually read that now that I looked forward. Superpower and penetration. Superpower and penetration is what it says on the badge. So cool, again, cool graphics. It's very heavy. So if you see one of these at a trade show or anything like that, maybe online or something like that, I do have 3 or 4 Jinbao snares because it seems like every year I would try to buy one because they had some pretty unique stuff. So it's kind of a copy of a marching snare thrown into a drum set snare situation. I'm sure if I were to change the snare wires to put like marching type snares on there, I could probably get a very miniature marching type sound. And I probably could put a Kevlar head on the top or a white max situation because of the way this is designed, and it would hold it fine. I just don't really want to do that. I'm thinking of it for more of a drum set purpose. So again, great shell, great drum. Thanks.